Garrett McCoy here. We're here to discuss the concept of squat flow and kind of the ultimate stretch. When we talk about morning routines, this is basically where I always start. This is also, as I'm doing these first sessions with everybody that is associated with the book and the EFD challenge we got going on here and the 30-day adventure, I gotta see what you can do. Before we add intensity, load, any of that kind of stuff, we gotta start out. So I got my boy Keith back here. So Keith is awesome because Keith has obviously become a friend, a coach, a mentor, so many things to me. And what's cool is he's been a trainer, he's been a fitness professional, he's a coach, like he's done a lot of these things. But that's what's also awesome is everybody needs a coach. You can always learn different things. And so Keith's been working out with us for how long? What, about a month and a half, 2 months?
About 2 months, yeah.
So he's been working out at Pure for about 2 months. And you know, what's cool, he's made some gains, but there's still room to have. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna introduce you to the squat flow and show you how you can go from cold. I mean, it's literally cold. It's like 50 degrees in Florida. And I'm just going for the look so you can see my cool socks, you know, so showing some leg. But you might see my breath a little bit. So it's cool. He's literally cold. We're gonna get you squatted up. Keith, if you go ahead, just face this way for me. And I want you to just come down into your prine squat. So come down into that prine squat. So when he gets in this position, the things that I'm looking for right away are his elbows pushing out on his knees. So can he get in there? So his elbows are pushing out his knees are pushing out on his elbows. What's cool is he's got this little thoracic spine. This is straightened out. Can you over exaggerate a little bit for me and hump up? This is what he looked like 3 days ago. And I prescribed him this little squat flow and he's already better. So just getting here cold can be a little bit of work. All right, from here, reach for your toes, big guy. Reach for your toes, tuck your head. So then right here now, can he lengthen his legs all the way? Can he let his head fall heavy? Once again, it's good morning. It's check it out. How am I feeling today? What's tight? What happened in my workout yesterday? Good, keep your arms long, drop back into that squat. Okay, so now he's got his arms long. Can he keep his hands in contact with those toes? And then can he continue to drop that tailbone down? So now he's a little bit between a mix between a squat and a hinge. This is actually really good hinge angles. Shoulders higher than hips, hips higher than knees. Are you burning yet, Scott? He's breathing a little bit, he's burning. All right, reach for those toes again. Good, so let yourself haul. Think about pulling your chest in towards your knees right there, big guy. So you wanna root through the 3 corners of your feet, so push through your heels, push through those toes. Bring your hands up for a second, Keith, and get your legs all the way straight. Can you get your legs all the way straight? Okay, now reach back down. So he's able to get there. Now shift your weight forward a little bit, trying to keep your legs long. So you're not always gonna be perfect, you're always gonna be making adjustments. Drop back into that squat again. Keep those arms long. Now this time I want you to raise one arm up at a time. So raise that arm, eyes following the wrist, both knees driving out, switching sides. So once again, it's called squat flow, flow your own way. I typically try to do about 5 to each side. Sometimes I'm really lazy and I only do 3. Let's just do 1 more on each side for the sake of demonstration, Keith. Good, so now he's opening up his thoracic spine from that hinge position, lengthen those legs out again. Good, so lengthen them out, keep that head long. Now rock onto your heels, then rock onto your toes, trying to reach there. So when I talk about growing roots, this is what I mean. It all starts with your ankles. Can you get that dorsiflexion? And that hamstring flexibility changes a lot. Once again, we're lengthening up that back line, the hamstrings, the lower back, the glutes, and loosening up the front side with the hip flexors and everything as well too. Drop back into that squat again, brother. Good, you can keep those hands long, so let's come back down here. So we're still in that hinge. Now I want you to pull that bow and arrow. So same idea, but now you're gonna pull the bow and arrow. When he does this, can he get this hand into his armpit, or are both knees still driving out? Do 3 of those on each side, man. Dude, you're already doing so much better. It's amazing. When you practice this stuff, you get better. It's all a motor skill. Keep this hand as close into your armpit as you can. Keep both knees driving out. 1 more on each side. Boom, lengthen those legs again. Okay, so get those legs as long as you can. Now keep yourself rooted, shift your weight forward and back as much as you can. Don't let those heels come up, don't let those toes come up. How far can you shift your weight forward? Even if you kind of crawl out, or even if you crawl back and kind of reach behind you. So you can play. It's just time, letting gravity do its thing right there. I'm so tight in my calves and hamstrings, this is like mandatory for me. All right, so come back into your best squat so far. Okay, then bring both of those arms up over your head. Okay, now stand all the way up. You have 5 overhead squats. So now can he maintain shin torso angles? Is his upper body the same angle as his shins? That can be super challenging to do. And can he get his arms in line with his ears? So he still has a little overhead flexibility to work on, but overall what's awesome is he's getting so much better in this position. I feel more comfortable loading him up and giving him more progressive things that can help him get faster results. So what's cool is this is just the body weight. This is something that you could do every day to start. Let's do one more, brother, and I'll let you take a little breath. Good, and just kind of shake it out. There's a lot of tension involved there, right? There's lots of high tension. Do that jellyfish jiggle. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. All right, you feeling a little bit looser, feeling a little bit better?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Grab the bell and we're basically gonna do the same thing. So now we've got a little bit of load. So this is gonna help us ease into the positions. Now he's warm. I do this sometimes cold, but I'm a professional. Now, whatever, you could do it cold a little bit as well too, but it is smart to get a little core temperature. So get this guy all the way up. Anytime you're holding that kettlebell in rack position, bull by the horns, I remind you, you wanna pull those elbows in. Think about squeezing them in. Can we practice his posture? The shoulders backing down. Does he have his roots or his big toes down or his heels down? Or your glutes squeezed all the way forward? Then is your rib cage down? And then I'm a big bully, so I like to just push people around like this to make sure that they're locked in. Ooh, ooh, oh. And what we're doing right here is just testing his stability. All right, anytime you're squatting, reminder, your feet can be a little bit outside your hips and your feet can be externally rotated a little bit. Okay, drop into that prine squat, use your elbows to pry out on your knees to pry out on your elbows. Good, so once again, he's close to a 90 degrees. This thoracic spine is gone almost. That is fantastic. Good job, Keith. In literally 4 days, Keith has been doing this every freaking day. For 4 days, his thoracic spine hump is already better. He's spending about 15, 20 seconds, however long he can sit there. The more time you spend there, the better. Let gravity do its thing. Push that bell into the ground, brother. Good, extend those legs. So now what's cool with those hamstrings is now as he can push down, now he can lock those lats into it. You hear me talk about the lab. Can we get our lats, our butt, and our abs on the same page? This helps. Tuck your head just a little bit. Work on getting those legs all the way along. Good, so root in there, pushing in. Now keeping your hands in contact with the bell, drop back into that hinge. So drop your hips low. And so learning the difference between a squat and a hinge is big, is now can he get these shoulders down? So now his upper body doesn't have to be as vertical. This is the shoulders higher than hips, hips higher than knees, knees driving apart. That is a deadlift angle. That is a kettlebell swing angle. That is everything. But most people can't get here or keep this here or have that range. So they're gonna hurt their back. They're gonna use their back to extend your hips. Now raise that right arm for me. Good, and when you come right here, really push in with this left arm. That's an anchor point. So now can he rotate? And then I get real mean and I make them push out right here. Good, switch sides. So it's proving to me that you can produce that force, that hinge, that relationship with the ground is everything. And then you can flow. I'm teaching the order. This is my go-to order. You got 2 more on each side, but you can mess it up. I keep talking about flow your own way. That's why they call it a flow. You listen to your body, you get in tune. What do you do? What do you need right now? Maybe you squatted, maybe you did a killer workout yesterday. You need to mix it up. So finish this one, brother, then extend those legs again. Okay, so you're pushing in that top of the bell. He kind of flattened out right here, but I want you to let your head go too. Nice headband today. Can I wear a headband? Can I rock a headband? I think I need to try to pull a headband off. All right, so rock onto your heels, raise your toes. So do that 5 times. So he's just going through that dorsiflexion, plantar flexion, warming up those roots, warming up those ankles. Once you've got 5 of those, dude, go a little bit bigger. Let me see you hold the heels. So raise the toes up, hold it in the next one. Do it the heels down and the toes up, the other way. Good, flex those ankles, let your head go, shift, shift, shift. Oh, that feels weird. You feel unstable. You feel unstable. How does that feel, Keith? Good. Push your big toe down. Root yourself. Drop back into that hinge. Good. Now pull the bow and arrow 3 times on each side. So once again, can you keep this arm long? He's trying to leak force. Get this arm long. There you go. Push into that bell. Good. Hold right here for a second. Breathe. You're the breath guy, dude. Breathe. Breathe. It's okay. Good, switch sides. And that's why your breath is so big, especially when you do this high tension stuff, is that breath allows you to relax. What your body wants to do is it wants to feel safe. How can you make your body feel safe in these positions? Remember, whatever fires together, wires together. If you did this squat flow every freaking day, what do you think would happen to your posture? I hate stretching. I don't mind doing this. Extend those legs again. Good, so now really let go of that tension a little bit, let yourself fall. Can you pull your chin in towards your chest a little bit? Oh wow, look how much farther he's going right there. Can you reach for the bottom of the bell? Can you reach for the ground a little bit? Can you reach your hands almost behind you a little bit? Wow, look at that. Look at how his spinal flexibility has come on along with his hamstrings. Okay, now drop your butt into your best squat that you can do. Ooh, we got the hoodie up, he's all ready. All right, so let's see where you're at with your squat and bring your arms up over your head. Good, 5 overhead squats, come all the way up. So all that rotation helps loosen up his thoracic spine, these obliques, all this connective stuff. And now look at these angles. Like, he could hold a weight right there. I know he's getting that in his glutes and his abs. I'm not seeing too much butt wink. I'm not seeing that thoracic spine change too much. So this is what I love about the squat flow. So let's do one more, brother. Get down there and hold it. One more. Let me just see your end range. So get there. No, stay down here, you're good. Tuck, woo, I almost knocked him over. Good. So he's definitely a little bit better than he started. Breathe. Woo, I'm almost knocking him over. Good, you can rest, dude. I've had you spend a lot of time there. All right, shake it off a little bit. We're gonna do one more squat. So in quick summary, as Keith's recovering, getting all that stuff out of there, is this can be done unloaded, perfect little warm up. It could be a nighttime routine, check in, see what's doing, work out the day, or you can add the kettlebell to kind of load it up. All right, so one more squat. Let me see just your best. You can bring your arms out in front. Can you get to that 90 degrees or below? You can use those arms out in front of you. And I like using these arms out in front sometimes, especially when people do it, kind of counterbalances. Look right there. So that's at a point, that's his range right there. He's starting to kind of butt wink a little bit into there. I'm okay with him come up just 1 inch right there. Push those knees out, building endurance right there, letting his body know it's safe. 5 more seconds, brother. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. So this is the squat flow. This is what I want you guys all to learn, all to practice. This should be kind of your default warm-up. If there's ever a day you don't want to do anything, do this. Remember, I also told you could just go outside and hug a tree if you need to. If you're having a bad day, give it to the trees. Give it to the trees, give it to your breath, give it to your squat flow. Keith, what do you got to add?
Just breathe, people.
Just breathe. We got it. Let's go. Woo!